Sorry, Reverend Joyce.
We are live on the all our platform. Yeah.
Reverend Joyce,
Yeah. Can you hear
can
me?
can men join?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay, okay, thank you.
I'm just testing the setting.
Okay. We are live on all our social media platforms. The broadcast is already live.
Okay. So
We will start in about a few minutes.
okay.
Thank you all for joining. We'll be starting in about a few minutes, about 2-3 minutes. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for joining. We are going to start the event now.
Joyce O Community present 4th Annual She Conference 2025, strengthening and celebrating women in our community. Date: Friday 7th March 2025, Saturday 8th March 2025. Time 6 p.m. daily. Host: Ambassador Reverend Joyce Osanyode. Councilor Kate Anolowe. Pastor Honorable Yetunde Adeshile. Steve Amalo. Princess Christina. Victoria Olaoye. An event not to be missed. For more information, contact Joyce O Community. Send us a message on WhatsApp. Send us a mail today. Follow us on our website at joyceocommunity.org. Also on Facebook and Instagram, Joyce O Community Outreach.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good evening.
Can everyone hear me loud and clear?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good
Thank
evening.
you all for joining. Thank you all so much for joining. So we are going to start the event now. I will just do a quick prayer and then we start the event. Let us pray. Father, we thank you for this opportunity to be here again on Joyce O Community Outreach 4th Annual She Conference 2025. Father, we thank you for making this event possible. It is by your doing and it is by your grace. Father, we pray that lives will be transformed for your glory. We pray, Father, that this event will touch lives in the name of Jesus. Father, we pray that you will come and take all the glory. In Jesus' holy name we pray. We open this event in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Once again, thank you all so much for taking time out to attend Joyce O Community 4th Annual She Conference. And I want to use this opportunity to welcome you all to this event tonight. And before we get started, I would like to introduce myself and also share a brief background about our journey so far. My name is Reverend Joyce O. I'm an ordained and licensed minister of God, a motivational speaker, author, and multi-award winning community activist, a qualified health and social care management, and an award winner fashion designer. I am the founder and executive director of Joyce O Community Outreach CIC, a no-profit organization. Also, I am the founder of Joyce O Ministries and the CEO of J. Elegant Fashion Brand. Now, about Joyce O Community Outreach. Joyce O Community Outreach aims to be an outstanding no-profit organization that supports families, young people, and the socially deprived. We are dedicated to creating youth and family engagement opportunities to improve their quality of lives, enhancing and supporting the general well-being of the vulnerable and making life meaningful for all. We achieve this through our various skills engagement workshops, health and well-being series of events, and recreational activities. Our last major event saw over 30 young people and families and skillfully engaged, leading to more opportunities. Our mission is to make positive impact in people's lives through our various community projects, workshops, seminars, youth empowerment programs, and recreational activities. As a no-profit organization, we are dedicated to supporting various people with most complex needs to make meaningful and lasting improvement to their lives and state of mind. Our activities improve the mental and physical well-being of the people in the community. We aim to protect the rights of the less privileged in our communities, as well as providing a service to those who need it most. Reaching out to families, young people, and the less privileged in our communities, empowering them to reach their true potentials and live a fulfilled life. Also, we aim to empower young people through our various empowerment workshops, youth development programs and seminars, and enhancement of all in various aspects of life. We encourage everyone to participate in all areas of our work to develop their talent, skills, and self-confidence. We see a world of transformation and upliftment for everyone. For more information on how you can get involved or partner with Joyce O Community Outreach or support the work we do, please contact us. Together, we are making life meaningful for all. About our She Conference, which is why we are here tonight, about Joyce O Community Outreach She Conference. The aim of our She Conference is to strengthen and celebrate women in our community. Strengthening means to empower more women to believe in themselves, to empower more women to believe in themselves. Just a moment, just want to admit some people waiting to join us. Okay. So strengthening means to empower more women to believe in themselves, and celebrating means to celebrate and appreciate women who are making positive impact in the communities. To recognize and celebrate positive, progressive women, women determined to succeed, women who are breaking barriers, women who are providing more opportunities to others. We hope to inspire, inform, strengthen, and celebrate women in our community and society at large for their amazing role. About our She Conference Women Forum, the positive outcome and the success of our first ever She Conference led to the creation of a quarterly She Conference Women's Forum, aka She Forum. It's known as She Forum. So, as requested by women who attended the first ever She Conference, the aims and objectives of our She Conference Women's Forum. The forum aims to address issues that are affecting women in our community and develop strategic plans to support each other as women. She Conference Women's Forum is a platform.
Thank you for this drink. Thank you.
Can you mute yourself, iPhone? Let me just mute that person. Okay, thank you. She Conference Women's Forum is a platform for women to celebrate while supporting each other. She Conference Women Forum is a platform for women to celebrate and support each other. A forum for women to feel free and have a voice. A platform for us to relate as women from different backgrounds and different parts of the communities. We aim to strengthen and build each other up by sharing experiences, ideas, suggestions, and information, thereby supporting each other. In this forum, we aim for women to strengthen one another and not to criticize each other or put each other down. A forum where women can express themselves and air their views on various issues that are affecting women in our community. Hopefully, take this forward to appropriate channel. The first ever She Conference Women's Forum took place Saturday, the 27th of August, 2022, and the subject address was the role of women in the community. The second She Forum took place Saturday, the 3rd of December, 2022, and the subject address was New Age Parenting. Renowned community leaders and seasoned professionals discussed the many factors of this subject. It was impactful, inspiring, and meaningful to many women and parents who attended the forum. They were empowered. All the session of our She Conference Women's Forum has always been meaningful, impactful to all who attended. The tentative date for our next She Conference Women's Forum is Saturday, the 14th of June, 2025. Saturday, 14th of June, 2025. For more information regarding our future dates for our She Conference Women's Forum, please leave your contact details in the chat, especially your phone number, so that you can be added to our WhatsApp group where you will receive updates and information. So our contact details is Joyce O. The email is Joyce O Community Outreach at gmail.com, and our website is joyceocommunity.org. The WhatsApp number is 07477533672, and it will be at the description of the video at the end of the event. So you can reach out to us through our website, WhatsApp, or our email address. So thank you once again for joining this event tonight. At this point, I want to also announce that the event is for 2 days. We are back here tomorrow as well. Don't forget that we tomorrow is even more loaded because we are having the award session tomorrow, and we are also having the magazine launch, and we are having 3 speakers as well. So tomorrow is loaded, and you cannot afford to miss it. So at this point, we are going to put our first speaker on for today, and I will quickly read a few things about her background so that you just get to know her a little bit, and then she will probably say more about herself. Her name is Victoria Olawoye. Victoria Olawoye. Victoria Olawoye is the CEO of Dewish Creation, CIC, and the founder of Dewish Solution Foundation. A creative designer, relationship counselor, and facilitator of various empowerment events. She has years of experience in event organization and community development, excelling and creating structure and efficiency. As a passionate life and empowerment coach, Victoria is dedicated to connecting people with the right networks. And then she also actively involved in charitable work in Nigeria and in the UK, earning multiple awards for her selfless contributions. And at this point, I will be handing over to our first speaker, which is Victoria Olawoye, and she will handle the first session of this event for us. Just quickly go put her on the screen. So that is our first speaker. Sister Victoria, over to you. I've known you for a while now, and I know that you are such a creative woman, and I know you will be a blessing and empower our women today, because the aim for the She Conference is to strengthen women to believe in themselves and to celebrate women who are already making a positive impact in the community. So let us welcome our speaker. Victoria, over to you.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's a great pleasure and honor to be here. I'm so honored. Thank you so much. Thank you, Reverend Joyce. Thank you for everything that you're doing for the community. Well, without much ado, we'll go straight to our points and the agenda of today. I can see so many familiar faces. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Yes, today I will be speaking on the creative woman and her well-being. I don't want to bog you down with too many big grammars, as they will say, about what creativity is all about. Well, creativity, when you talk about creativity, what comes to mind is, somebody that makes something. Yes, you might be right to some extent, but it's still talking about the way and manner of making something to make it simple and come up with different ways of getting things done. So that's my own definition of creativity, if I'm allowed. So I welcome you all once again. So I'll be talking about the creative woman and her well-being. A creative woman is a woman that is that has many hats, as in not hats, as in her heart is in different places because she wants to get so many things done. And a creative woman, when she looks at a situation or circumstances or an object or something, in a subconscious mind, she has already imagined how many things she can do that she can do with that one thing. So she's all over the place. She wants to make sure that this thing, once my hands are on this thing, I want to finish it. She wants to see the end of that thing. Sometimes she can even dare eating her food because she wants to see the end of that thing. That's a creative woman for you. Sometimes she can multitask. She believes she can do 10 different things at the same time. That's a creative woman. She likes to experiment. Oh, if this one is not working, let me try this. Let me try this. So you can imagine how much that will be telling on her energy. She wants to be here. She wants to be there. She wants to try this. She wants to try that. Just assume, let's say this is there's a cup of full of her energy, of the energy that she's supposed to use to achieve a particular task. Let's say 100 calories or whatever, 100 something that she will need. Because she wants to try this, try that, that energy, she will share it in 10, 20 different places, not minding the impact of this on her. And at the end of the day, she will not be experiencing a burnout. How is she going to manage that? And we all know the impact of stress on our health. Fine, creativity is good. There's the health benefits of creativity as well. So because of that, you want to do everything. But what safety measure have you put in place? What if you break down as a result of that? What's going to happen? So that is why it is very important to manage, to understand the best way to manage this. First and foremost, know that you can't do too many things at the same time. You're just one body. That's one. Then number two, as much as possible, if it's okay for you to even delegate the assignment. There are times that we've mastered some of the things that we do. For example, someone like me that is creative. I'm a creative person. I like to make stuff. I like to design this. I like to design that. So over the years, I've mastered all these things. I've mastered the craft. Now, if my service is needed here, my service is needed here, my service is needed there, what am I supposed to do? Try and raise other people. Whatever you're doing, if that thing cannot survive without you, then there's a problem. Try as much as possible to share the responsibilities so that you are not going to be weighed down. Some of us have families. We know the impact of this. Someone like me, I get carried away with my crafts. And when I get carried away, it's okay for me if I don't eat, but what about other people? What about the children? What about our spouse? What about other things that you are meant to do? If you know that is in place, those things are there. It's a different thing if you're living alone. But if you have other people that you're responsible to, make provision for that. So that if you fail in your responsibility and that is being taken up on you, you'll be stressed. And that's going to impact your well-being because you won't be able to function. If I'm not in the right place, I can't design, I can't do anything. So it is very important to get that right. Whoever you know you are responsible to, get them sorted out first before taking other responsibilities. Then another thing that we need to do, to be careful of is, as a creative woman, you need to be very, very organized. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. When you know that something is coming up, because I take myself as an example, if you're the type that you're a last-minute person, we're learning this over time. Just get your priority right. Because you know there are some people, if they are under pressure, then they'll become anxious and they'll become restless. And you need to know the impact of that on your well-being. When you're getting worked up, when you're getting worried, you may, if you're the type, maybe you have issue with high blood pressure. It's a terrible thing. So to avoid all that, prioritize your assignment, the task, do whatever you need to do on time. If you know that you're going to get there for 10, which some of us are guilty of, do whatever you need to do on time. Because if you get yourself worked up and you are affected mentally, you will not be able to do anything. And you don't want to do things that will take you close to your grave. We all want good health, which is what everybody is praying for. But we need to do the right thing. So another important thing is, as a creative woman, you have to be health conscious as well. Sometimes some of us, maybe the way we eat, we know the ideal thing is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's how it's supposed to be. But there have been times that you get so carried away, you don't want to eat anything for breakfast. The lunch, you skip it because you get away with, you are so excited with the everybody's pulling you there. So, but ulcer is lurking in the corner. If you don't eat, that's the problem. If you don't eat right, and if you don't eat at the right time because you want to get everything done, it's going to be a big problem. That is one. Then number two, if you don't eat right, because you may just feel, okay, let me just get hold of this snack. PM, you have that. Maybe the snack is full of sugar, and you have 5 days event. That is what you've been eating because it's a quick thing. You need to understand the impact of that on your health. As much as you love your creativity, if your health is affected, it's going to be a problem. If we look around us, we can see so many people that maybe they will tell you that this person used to do this in the past, this person was so good at this in the past, this person was so good at, but where are they today? Some of them are battling with stroke. Some of them are down with terrible illness because they have not been able to manage all these things. And I've had some, at some point, they've even made open confession about it. That if they knew what they know today, some of the problems that they are battling with now would not have happened. They would have been able to manage the thing properly. So it's very important. I'll tell you a very, very practical example. I know I'm going to have a long day today because there have been other things before this one. And I wasn't sure of the time that I would come back. So I said, okay, if I don't come back on time, at least I can just go to an office or somewhere quiet and join the meeting. So, but just in case, I know that if I don't come back, if it's going to take that long, I should get my house in order. So I made sure that everything was in place. If the children come back, they know what to do. Maybe if dad come back, they know what to do. So, but if I get so carried away and I don't do all that and I come back, the children are restless. The dad is not happy. This other person is not happy. Then everybody's holding you, taking, blaming you for everything. Then you go back, you have gone out excited and everybody has showered your praises. Oh, well done for today. It was so wonderful. It was so this. And you're coming back to complaints. You're coming back to stress. You're coming back to being attacked. You're coming back to being blamed for things that you should have managed in the morning. So because of that, instead of taking responsibility, you now want to fight back. Now then there is problem because you have not applied wisdom. So now you go back to your closet, you're miserable. So all the praises of the day, all the things that everybody has been talking about, oh, you're so wonderful, all those things will just go down the drain. So as women, in as much as we love what we are doing, in as much as everybody loves what we are doing, we don't want all those efforts to go down the drain. If you don't want that to go down the drain, just ensure that you take responsibility for all the things that you're supposed to do. So for about few minutes, I would just want us to just so that I don't bore with too much information. I just want anybody that can just type something. What are the other ways that you think that people can experience burnout? You can just quickly put that in the chat, or maybe something. Maybe you feel that at one point, at some point or the other, you have encountered something similar. You might just want to share with us through the chat. Otherwise, I can just carry on. So that's what we've been talking about. So I want us as women, we are special, we are great, we are wonderful. Let all those praises, all those efforts, let as much as we're looking forward to the rewards from different angles, but let's not allow laxity or lack of wisdom or how will I put it now, or our carelessness. Let's not allow that to ruin all that. You're creative. You want to be whole with your creativity, because that's what we are all about, our well-being. All we are saying is, let's try as much as possible to manage this thing well. It is very, very important. And it's not hard. It's just for us, number one thing, if there's anything you need to take away from this, is be mindful of the impact on your life and everyone around you. And whatever you do, how you're going to react to this is going to affect everyone around you. If you are a boss, if you are a wife, if you are a friend, if you are a leader, in whatever position you find yourself, as a creative woman that you are, as a creative woman that brings joy to everyone, that is a light to our environment. In as much as that is what we are all about, let's not allow this to go down the drain. Let's be mindful of our well-being. Sometimes someone will ask me, but how are you doing it? You are always everywhere. You're this, you're that. I know how to manage my life. I'm not saying I know it all, but I'm just saying that if I don't feel like doing anything, I don't do it. If I know that, okay, then as a creative woman, you should learn to say no. If I know that if I say yes to this request, it's going to have a great impact on me because I've done so much over the week or last week or 2 weeks, I'll just turn it down. Or I can suggest, okay, instead of going for this, can we go for this? Because I know that will put less pressure on me and I will be able to manage myself better. And if they say, oh, okay, that's fine, that's okay. And if you say, no, that's what we want, I'll say, I will back out. Because you will get the money, you have done what you're supposed to do, but when you go back to your closet, you are the one to deal with the mess. Your well-being is commendable. Your well-being is okay. Your creativity is on the top place. It's at the top place if everything is balanced. Let's learn to set boundaries. Boundaries. It's very, very important. If you don't set boundaries, we're going to be way down. So I'll give you 1 more minute. If anybody has a question, then I'll round up. You're
So
free
you
to
can
unmute
put your
yourself.
question in the chat, or you can,
Okay.
raise your hand, whichever one you prefer. Our speaker is ready to take question at this moment. It could be a general question that is not related to the topic. If you have any concern or any question, it doesn't really have to be related to the topic, because we are here to support. We are here to make that positive impact. So if it's a question we can answer straight away, we can do that. If it's a question that we need to get back to you, we do that as well. You leave your contact details. So the floor is open for question at this moment. You can signify by raising your hand, or you can put your question in the chat, and then our speaker will be able to answer that. We are all here to learn together.
To learn from each other. Okay. If there's no one, another point I want us to be mindful of: don't ever feel guilty. If you say no to something and somebody out there is making you to feel guilty for saying no, don't ever do that, because at the end of the day, you have said yes. You will be the one to deal with the problem afterwards.
Okay, there's a comment in the chat. There's a question, I think, in the chat. It says, how can you channel your creativity? Do you want me to make you co-host so that you can look at? You want to look at the question yourself, or you want me to read it?
No,
out?
You can read it out. I can hear you.
Okay, just one moment.
Okay.
It says, how can you channel your creative energy to getting your creativity project going when you don't feel motivated? Wow, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
Because there are times you don't feel motivated, even though you have things to do. That's a very good question. Do you want to answer?
That's a very thank you so much for that question.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So one thing I want us to know together, because I'm going to speak from the angle of how this has impacted me as well. I need to first of all know that there is that urgency for me to get these things done on time. So I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it. I can see everything just in a pile. But first and foremost, if I have all the year, if I have 1 year to be looking at them, it's okay. But when I have bills to pay, when I have deadlines, I know that I have to do something. So, but the way it has worked for me, starting from the tiniest task, it's like a whole mountain. That's fine. But as much as I'm looking at that mountain, as big as it is, I'll just say to myself, Victoria, you don't have all the time to do this, but why don't you try? Push yourself to do the least of the task. I just finished the business school, and one of the things that I learned there, they said, eat your frog. Eat your frog. Nobody likes, I don't know about the culture that eats frogs, but you don't. But if you make efforts out of your comfort zone, try in the first thing in the morning or the first task, just do it. Struggle, force yourself. So all of us in the class, now everybody's about to say a slogan. Great, I'm eating my frog today. I've been able to do all the tasks. I've been able to tidy up. I've been able to send all the invoices. I've been able to send all my emails. I've been able to reach out to the recruiters. I've been able to make those phone calls. So if you know that you're supposed to make 10 phone calls, or you haven't made about 20 phone calls, or you haven't sent 20 emails, or you haven't sent 20 invoices, push yourself to do one. push yourself. It's hard, but push. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, just to contribute to that quickly, I believe we all at some point have that kind of feeling where you want to get things done, but however, you're not motivated. I know that this is a community event, but this point, as a reverend, this point is leading me now to start, go biblical now, but I'm going to control myself on that. um, we draw strength from God, number one. And also, being that this is a community event, I want to focus on self-motivation. In the Bible, the Bible said David encouraged himself. So there are one point or the other where I believe we all at one point face that kind of feelings where you have things to do, a lot of tasks are in front of you, ahead of you, and you just don't feel motivated, So that's where self motivation comes in there. I will really encourage that when you have such feeling, find something that motivates you. Like Sister Victoria already said, you go to eat your frog, as she puts it, So you have to kind of kick yourself out of your comfort zone. If you are able to break that barrier, that is when you actually go to the next level. I think it's something in a way that try to stop us. But when you you motivate yourself, even when nobody is there probably to motivate you, you will see that you will be able to eat your frog for those who eat that, and then you are able to achieve what you want to achieve. Self-motivation. Self-motivation.
Thank you.
Yes.
So another thing that I will encourage us to do is, out of no time, let's try and be resting. That's another self-care thing. Rest. I know we all want to sit down on our computer. We all want to just get carried away. You can be on it and you won't know that 4 hours have gone. So, and you know the impact of that. So if for whatever reason that has happened, stretch your legs. If you want to sleep, don't just go like that. Raise your leg. If you have a massager, do something with your back, or just try. You can do something while you're sitting down. Even as you're sitting down with your computer, if you know you're so glued to it, you don't want your phone, you don't want to let go. There are some things you can be doing while you're sitting down. Remember, a creative woman, it is very important for you to be mindful of your well-being. Then another thing that we do is that gets us so worried. You want to perfect it. This thing that I'm working on, this project I'm working on, this thing that I'm supposed to do, I want to ensure that it's perfect. So you keep doing and spending time. When you spend so much time to do what you should have just left, just do it and get it out of the way. It affects your mind, and you start getting worried over and over and over and over and over again. So you need to be careful with that. Then remember, you can't do things alone. Find your tribe. There are times that when I feel unmotivated about things, I just call on my friends that I know we do similar things. I'll just say, you know what? I need you to just push me. I need you to push me to do something. And by the time we have a discussion about it, or they will say, okay, just do this and do that, then I'll just be encouraged. Then you have to have a responsibility. Responsibility.
You know that's your soup. The soup I make for you.
Can you mute yourself?
If you have a responsibility partner, that's another one. But don't go for somebody that they gave me a responsibility partner at the business school. But I said, no, this lady is too soft for me. I need somebody that is very tough, like Sister Wumi. So you need someone that can just hold you fast. Yeah. So it's very, very important. So the theme of International Women's Day is accelerated action. So we need to put things with speed. Human being, normally you won't want to do anything. You won't want to do anything, but we have to put ourselves. It's very important. There has to be that urgency sense within us that, you know what, I need to get this done. And you move. So I think for me, except if anybody has any contribution or question, these are the things that I know I've been practicing over and over, and they are working for me. If an environment is clustered up, if there's a big clutter, I won't be able to do anything. I'll just become, I don't want to use the word useless, unless I find a way around tidying up that thing. But if there are times I will not be motivated to do it. First day is going, second day is going. I'll say, hey, you know that without this thing, you can't get this done. So I have to find a way around the best thing to do, the best way to go about it. So I don't know if any other person has anything to say, contribution or questions. I will be very, very much happy to welcome any question or contribution. Like Reverend Joyce said, we are all here to learn from each other. It is very important. You may have a tip that will help me. I may have some tips that will help you. That's why we are here as women. And you know, we're just like those ants that when they come together, before you know it, a whole hill like this will just come down because they work together. So that's what we can do. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, I want to encourage everyone at this point to contribute, because nobody knows it all. So your contribution might be what will help somebody today. You don't know. So please feel free to add your contribution to this topic, a creative woman and her well-being. So it could be a suggestion, it could be something that you will say. We are live on all our social media platforms, so people are listening. You don't know who your word of encouragement can make a huge difference in their lives. So please feel free to make contribution to this topic. We are all women, and we are all from different background, different communities. So there's something we can learn from each other. So the floor is open for somebody to contribute to this topic, or even if it's a question you want to ask.
Okay. So we can just do something like just not really little, let me just say little exercise like that for just a few seconds. When it comes to creativity, you need to really think deep. I want us to just take a deep breath now. Why we are not praying? Just take a deep breath and just close your eyes and think of any time that you have that creative flow. You know, that you just know that at this moment, I'm just enjoying my flow, the thoughts that just came to my mind. Just a deep breath and just close your, just think of something. Like me now, I'm just imagining myself coming up with a new idea, or how to get that t-shirt done, or what to do with that service, that idea.
You know, when you just said that, Sister Victoria, what comes to my mind was that I don't know why this just comes to my mind when we were talking earlier about self-motivation when you don't feel like it. But another thing that I've found myself I've done in the past is when I don't feel motivated, when I don't, let's do it the other way. When I feel motivated to do something, I kind of take advantage of that moment and get that thing done.
Done.
Does that make sense? So that
Yes.
when you don't feel motivated, you don't really need to put too much pressure on yourself. You just let it be. So it's always about learning, know yourself, self-awareness. Know yourself, know your capability, know when you need to rest, know when you are motivated to do something, and just do it. And I found myself more productive when I do that. I might plan to do something, I might not necessarily plan to do it, but once I have that motivation, I just find myself get it done. So that's another way to work with yourself. You learn yourself when you are motivated to do something, you just create that time and just take advantage of that moment and get that thing done. And at the other time, maybe you are not really that motivated. Maybe your body is just telling you to rest. You just take a rest. So, like Sister Victoria mentioned earlier, it's very, very important that no matter how creative or busy we are, that we don't neglect ourselves. Very, very important. Self-care. Sister Victoria called it self-care. So important, especially for us as women. We might be too busy caring for others, doing all that we need to do, sending all the emails. Before you know it, as she said, you'll be sitting on that computer for 4 hours gone. And you can just, every now and then you can just take a walk. If you're working from home, for example, you can just pop to your kitchen, make yourself a cup of tea, just 5 minutes away from your desk. It can be a relief to your back, your body, and then you come back refreshed. So that's just what came to my mind as well. She told us to do some exercise. I'm thinking, yeah.
Okay. So I think we can open our eyes now and just think of something. If anybody wants to say anything, you can feel free to interrupt me.
It's
But
part of creativity.
yes, it's part of creativity. But there's one thing that is also important. Let's learn to simplify the solution that we're looking for. Majority of us, some of the things that I can say are problems today is you always see that problem as a big mountain, so you can't climb it. Or break it into chunks. Make it easier. Make it easier. It's going to help you a lot, because as long as you're looking at that mountain, you will never get anything done. That's why I mentioned perfectionism the other time. Because you want to get it right, you want to get it perfect. That time may not come. That's why a lot of people are not able to start even some projects. Well, as a creative woman, just imagine how best you can do it. Like, take for instance, exercise. I don't like exercise. That's why I try as much as possible not to eat, and I can still discipline myself not to eat just any food, because I know I don't like exercise. But instead of that, I need circulation, I need movement, I need blood flow. If you have a staircase in your house, all you need to do as a creative woman, that's why if you know that going to gym may be a problem, using this particular machine may be. Do you know that if you're going up the stairs as a routine in a day, 10 times, you're sorted. You're sorted because you are climbing the stairs. Your legs are moving, the hands are moving, every part of your body. At least there's motion, there's movement. Other than waiting till when you think that. But if you are waiting that, okay, when I move to that place, okay, there's a gym near the place, I will start using the gym. Or when I have money, I will register. You will not do it. You will not do it. So that's another thing. Then another thing that I find working, like the other time I said, find a tribe. Do you know that I may not be able to advise myself to do the right thing, but if it's someone else, I can tell you, do this, do that, do that, do that. If I tell you to do 4 different things, you're sorted. So that means there's somebody else that will be able to do it for me as well. So if I can do that for you, and you are able to find a solution to what you're looking for, that means there's somebody somewhere for me as well that will help me. So if you're stuck for anything, feel free to reach out to me. I know what I'm talking about. By the time we talk about bam, 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 you get things done. So learn to simplify the solution. Finally, what step are we going to take now that we have known that it is very important for us to be mindful of our well-being as a creative woman? What is the next step that we're going to take? We have talked about what we need to do to be motivated, even if you don't feel like. But sometimes that motivation, sometimes is even an issue. Just do. Just do. Because when you put a quote on the word motivation, and you can't get it, you start getting worried again.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sister Victoria. Did you go cut off? Okay. It seems she's got cut off. Thank you very much, Sister Victoria. That was really, really amazing. Amazing. I'll just quickly go. Okay, she's coming back on now. Okay, you got cut off.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
can you see me now?
You were just rounding up. We can see you.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, it's very, very important. Let's just take that decision. So that word motivation, we don't want it to be a barrier as well. Just do. And if for whatever reason, if you are not under too much pressure, as in for time, take your time so that you can get more energy, as in more motivation. I'm mindful of the word energy now. So, but I'm just saying that do one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time.
Thank you so
very
much, Sister Victoria. Thank you. Very, very important point she highlighted for us. Because of our time, we're going to proceed very quickly. Thank you so much for those points you highlighted for us today. It's really, really, they are really valuable points.
Are you okay?
He has copied to me.
I'm okay. Sorry, I wasn't able to send the classical civilization work, but I will do that this evening.
Okay.
It's a bit hectic. And
Can
for
you
some
mute
reason, I
yourself,
thought
please?
it's starting at 7 today.
It's
So
losing education.
your mum did ring me, and I ran her back just to say that I forgot the time. I got the time wrong. Is 7 better for you?
Gonna put her.
Okay. I think 7. We'll stick to 7 for next week. Yeah. If it changes.
Okay. I'll put her on mute. Okay. Yeah, just going forward quickly. Thank you so much, Sister Victoria, for that amazing teaching, amazing section. That's really, really amazing. You, as I was saying, you highlighted a very, very important point for us to take note of. I will just quickly flash those points back for us.
There's a comment. I don't know whether you've seen that.
Okay,
somebody
there's a
made
comment.
a comment.
Is there a question? Let me look at it quickly. It's a creative woman is strategic and set boundaries. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a very good contribution. Thank you for that contribution, Lady Christian. Thank you for that contribution. That is amazing contribution. I think it's a contribution, not a question, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for that contribution. A creative woman is strategic and set boundaries. That's very, very important. So as I was saying about the point, that's one point there she just gave us. And then you talk about mindfulness of for us to be mindful of our well-being. That's very, very, I'm just going through the point I highlighted so that maybe people join us late. Uh, to be mindful of our well-being as women and to be organized as well. So when you are organized, you'll be less stressed. When you plan your day, you plan all that you're doing, you'll be less stressed, and it's very, very good for your mental well-being. And self-care, self-care. Let us not be so busy looking after others that we neglect ourselves. Self-care. And then be self-motivated. I added that one, self-motivation. And then Sister Victoria highlighted the fact that we need to prioritize things. She used herself as an example, what happened with her today, how she set priorities, putting things in order, knowing very well that she's going to get back home late. That is being organized as well. So she kind of organized things and make sure that her family are okay. So these are points that we need to take note of as women so that we remain creative as a creative woman. At the same time, we are not neglecting ourselves. Thank you, Sister Victoria, for that. That's amazing. Thank you. We have our excellency in the house, Queen. I call her Queen Elizabeth. You are welcome to join us, man. Thank you very much. We are so
Thank you
happy
very
to
much.
have you, Her Excellency Elizabeth Ozua.
Yes,
You're
my
welcome.
Reverend.
Thank
Good
you.
evening.
Thank you. So
Good
we're
evening,
gonna.
everyone. Good evening.
Thank you
Oh,
so
Victoria,
much.
how are you? Good to see you.
So without taking too much time, we are going to thank you for joining us, Ma. I know that today, tomorrow we are looking forward to having you proper. So without taking too much of our time, let us carry on. We're going to put our next speaker on for today, and I'm so glad to have this woman. I'm so glad to have this woman here with us today. She is such an amazing woman. Believe it or not, I have known her for many years. For many years. And we happened to just connect recently. And she said to me, "Oh, I think I know you." And I'm like, "No." And then when I got home, we met at an event. Just a quick story, to make us laugh maybe. So when I got home, I started thinking, I said, I think I actually know that lady, only to realize she was right. We know each other, years back. That was around 2000, 14, 2013, 14, thereabout. So it's good to have you, our beloved Princess Christiana. Before I put her on, I'm going to quickly read a brief profile of Christiana, so that Princess Christiana, so that we get to know her background and just know a little bit about her. And then she will, speak to us about a woman of positive influence. A woman of positive influence. So Princess Christiana is a British Nigerian businesswoman with 2 degrees in politics and education, PGC in Canterbury Christ Church University in Kent. Princess Christiana is a lecturer and a teacher for special education needs and PROU. She is a Labour politician and the present policy officer for Hackney. She is also a community homework club leader. Princess Christiana is a minister of God and holds a position of deaconess in her church, where she has been attending for over 15 years of her life. The leader of Champion Women Prayer Warriors. She is the founder and the CEO of Bojas Foundation and for the less privileged in Nigeria, where she supports and pays school fees for orphanage children. Princess Christiana is also the CEO of Bojas Collection and Bojas Span both in the United Kingdom and in Nigeria. She is a fashionista and very creative in what she does, especially designing her bags, sunglasses, and many other products. 2 years ago, she supported with employability, creating training and employment for people in Nigeria with a free transportation and free lunch throughout the 2 years project. So what an amazing woman. Like I said earlier, this is a woman that we know years back, and it was such an honor to meet her again when we attended an event recently when she spoke. Even at that time, I didn't realize we know each other years ago. I used to be an assistant pastor in the same church where she's a deaconess, as she mentioned. So over the years, we lost contact somehow. And when I met her at this event, and she was like, I know you. I said, no. But when I go home, I say, oh, I think she's right. I actually know that lady. And everything, the reality just dawned on me. And I remember everything where I know her and everything. So when she was speaking that day at the event, at that time, I didn't even realize she's somebody I know. I said, this woman is coming to the She conference. So the moment after the event, I spoke to her and I said, you are coming for our She conference next year. And to the glory of God, here she is with us. Here she is. So before I put her on, I'm just going to quickly, uh, we're going to just have a few seconds break and then I will put her right on. We can't wait to hear her. I'm so super excited to have her after all these years.
Joyce O Community.
So we're going to have her in a minute.
Present. 4th Annual She Conference 2025. Strengthening and celebrating women in our community. Date Friday 7th March 2025. Saturday 8th March 2025. Time 6 p.m. daily. Host Ambassador Reverend Joyce Osanyode. Councilor Kate Anolowe. Pastor Honorable Yetunde Adeshile. Steve Amalo. Princess Christina. Victoria Olaoye. An event not to be missed. For more information, contact Joyce O Community. Send us a message on WhatsApp. Send us a mail today. Follow us on our website at joyceocommunity.org. Also on Facebook and Instagram, Joyce O Community Outreach.
Okay, welcome back everyone. So without taking much of our time, we welcome Princess Christiana. Thank you for joining us today. Over to you. Over to you. It's great to have you after all these years.
Before I greet everyone, before I honor everyone, I just came back from Nigeria, and since I've been back, I don't know, maybe it's stress, but my voice has been like, it's husky. So please bear with me. I will try and speak slowly as I can. I must say, thank you, Reverend Joyce, for that great introduction. You never knew what you've done in life until when somebody actually read about you and thinking like, am I really that good? Have I done that much in life? So I really appreciate, now I'm going to go back to read that, what you just, how you introduced me. Please, if you can send it to me, so I'll read it again and again and say, wow, I will say kudos to myself. I like to praise myself. So I'm one kind of a woman that praise myself. I bring positive into my life. And that's one thing that's kept me going. Okay, I must say, so it's both an honor and a privilege to attend this incredible, important meeting. We are going to celebrate the power of positive that women bring to the world. And as Reverend Joyce has said, before I proceed, can I just say, well done to Sister Vicky, Sister Victoria, a wonderful woman that I also met. I don't remember where we met, but I know we met and we became very close. So well done, Sister Victoria, for that powerful words. They were powerful. Creativity. Okay, let me continue. So the theme of this conference is a woman of positive influence. Think, first of all, what that means to you. A woman of positive influence. A woman of positive influence holds a special place in my heart. Why? Because it speaks to the unique and transformative impact that women have on our communities, our workplaces, and indeed our entire society. We all know what influence means because as a lecturer, I need to break it down first. If my theme is a woman of positive influence, we need to say who is a woman. What do you understand by the word positive? Then we need to go to influence. So we're going to be looking at these three words together. I know we might have some men with us, but unfortunately today we're celebrating women today. But we have the men with us, so if the men are there, I give honor to you, the men, for being our husband, father, friends, family. I give honor to all the men in the house because we must say, because God has made them, like Sister Reverend Joyce said, if I go biblical a little bit, he said, he made the men the head of the house. So I'll give honor to the men as well. But today we're celebrating women. I'll go back to what the theme, which I'll start with from influence. We all know that influence comes in many forms, through words, actions, and sometimes even by simply being present. So if we say influence, it can be action, it can be the way we act, it can be our words, it can be even being present, because this is an influence now that we did. And I remember that Reverend Joyce also said something that I spoke somewhere, she met me. I'm one kind of a woman that when I see other women progressing and doing something, I try as much as possible to network. I love networking. I'm a networker. I'm telling you, if there's any word like that. So when I saw her, I said, I think I know her. But I wasn't sure, but no, I think I've seen her face. And even the people I haven't met before, I went to them, I introduced myself. My name is Princess Christiana. This is who I am. It's not that I'm proud. It's not that I'm trying to show off, but I love the networking because women have to stand together and support each other. And that's one person. That's who I am. I didn't realize that until when I became a politician, a Labour Party politician. And in my ward, I'm just going to say a quick story before I proceed. In my ward, I live in Hackney, and I'm actually the only Black woman there. I'm the only Black woman and the only Black person in my ward. And if I can remember vividly, we're about 35, 40 members that attend the meeting regularly and frequently. And they're all white. With no offense, I sat down there one day and I said, Christiana, what are you doing here? You're the only Black person here. Are you going to bring anything out of this? But Reverend Joyce also says something. Motivate yourself. I encourage myself. I said, I am sitting here. I'm human. And they're all human. So we're going to have to sit down together. I will speak the English I can speak. They will speak what they can speak. And if I cannot speak, I'll speak the little I can speak. So I encourage myself and say, take a deep breath and let it come out. The first day I attended, I didn't really like it because everybody was talking to each other. They were not really talking to me. The following month I attended, a lady came to me and said, here we do networking. I said, wow. She said, so what do you do? I told them what I do. So she started introducing me to all the members in the ward. I said, I love this. This is very good. The following meeting, the third month, they want to get the political officer and so. And I just went there. I didn't even write my own what I need to say, but I just said something funny. And someone actually, I wouldn't use the word attacked, because sometimes when people attack you, they're doing you a favor. So he said, you've just joined this Labour Party less than 3 months. I said, yes. Why do you want to stand? And I don't think you should be standing. I said, why not if not? I'm standing because I know I can do what I can do what you think I can't do. So I prove myself. So the chair said, let us speak. I spoke for 5 minutes, and the chair said, you know what? Even if they don't vote for you, I vote for you. They voted for me. I became the political officer. And I will tell you today, I'm the first Black person to be the chair in my ward. However, I stepped down last year, 2 years ago, that I have enough because I've got so much in my back to do. So I'm talking about influence. I'm talking about networking. So we all know that influence comes in many forms, like I said, through words, actions, and sometimes even by simply being present in a place. I was present in that place. But today, I want us to focus on what it means to be a woman who uses her influence for good, not for bad, for positive, not for negative. That's what we're talking about today. Someone who lifts others, inspire them, encourage them, motivate them, change them, and leaves a lasting legacy. I tell my children, I said, one thing you need to always remember, what legacy are you leaving behind? Remember, legacy is very important. I tell people today, of course, I want to live up to 120 years, but if I don't live up to 120 years, I believe with the age I am, I'm so young, I'm 25 years old. I've left a legacy. And I thank God for how God has created me, that the legacy I'm leaving behind, my children are actually following. International Women's Day, my children have done so much, sending money to Nigeria since about a week now, buying sanitary pad, buying this charity orphanage. I'm like, why are you doing all this? He said, no, you imparted us. You started it, and we follow your step. So maybe your presence, maybe your words can influence someone to encourage them. So let us explore together now what it means to embody positive influence as women and how we can continue to amplify the influence in our lives. So I'm going to start with the power of influence. That's what I'm starting with. So first, let's consider what it means to have influence. If I ask you now, what does influence mean? We have different definition, different meaning. Influence, people can say it is power. Yes. Look at the spotlight, holding a position in the power. We have women that hold position in the society. But let me put a hold on that, which I'm not saying that's not the definition or that it doesn't relate to that. But it's about the ability to inspire and guide others. That's what I see as influence. So are you inspiring someone? Are you guiding them in the right way? Not in the wrong way. So that's my own definition of influence, and that's what I wrote down. So I'm going to read my definition. So it's about the ability to inspire and guide others to create change and to leave a mark that positively shapes the world around us. That's what I see as an influence. So as women, we have been doing this for centuries. I'm sure we'll be doing a lot of influencing, empowering, supporting, motivating people, often without us even recognizing it. If I ask you today, you might not even recognize that you've empowered someone. There was a time I helped a couple of ladies that they don't speak English, is not their first language, and I helped them to fill the form for universal credit, and I do other. And one day she was trying to tell someone about me. I said, "Oh, she really helped me to fill a form." I said, "Oh, that's nothing. I'm just helping to fill a form." She said, "No, that's a big deal." So there's sometimes that you've done something, that you've supported someone, but you never realize that you need to be recognized for that. We do things without recognition that we deserve. Let's start from our mothers, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers. Let's look back. Let's have a reflection. As a lecturer, as a teacher, we do reflection. When you finish teaching, the first thing they'll tell you is, after teaching, do a critical evaluation. Reflect on your teaching. What went well? what needs improvement. We never, in teaching, we never say what went wrong. We try not to use the negative word. We rather say what needs improvement. So that means that we've done very well, but we just need to improve on that in that area. So from our mothers who shape the futures of generations, to the entrepreneurs and leaders who break barriers, to the educators, activities, and caregivers who has done so much, support the fabric of our society. But what sets apart a positive influence? Now we've looked at influence. What sets apart a positive influence? So I said a positive influence is one that encourages growth, fosters kindness. Because if you want to be positive, you have to have this, you have to foster kindness. You cannot be positive and never foster kindness. And promotes fairness. So let's be honest, we have to promote fairness. You can't say because I'm your sister, I'm your family, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, I'm that, or I'm black, I'm white. You have to promote fairness if you want to have a positive influence. So a positive influence, again, I said, is one that is rooted in empathy and resilience, leading others to feel empowered and capable of achieving their own dreams. What dream you have? Martin Luther said, I have a dream. Do you have a dream? So if you have a dream and another woman is there, not empowering you to achieve your dream, of course, we might not be able to really help you to achieve that dream, but our job as a woman or women is to also support and encourage and not discourage people. Whether you have the solution or you don't have the solution to whatever they discuss with you, you can actually suggest, advise, solicit, advocate for them. Or you can direct them or guide them. I can't do this, but I know Reverend Joyce. She's very good at that. I might direct it to Reverend Joyce. I know Sister Victoria. She's good at this. I can direct you. We have our Excellency there, the Queen that came in. She's good in this area. We have some counselors in the house. In this, because I remember when I stood as a counselor in 2022. I did not get it. I lost to the Conservative. But that doesn't make me to give up. But I realized that I gained so much experience by speaking to people on the doorstep, and they will tell me they need some repairs, they have to do repairs, they haven't come. I'll write it down, take it back to the counselors, sitting counselors, take it back to my MPs. I will try as much as possible to I might not be able to sort out the whole problem, but at least we begin to look at the problem, the beginning of the genesis of it. And I'll go by and I say, did you receive any email for this? Yeah, they said, oh my God, for the last 2 years, we've been trying to speak to someone. 2 years, we receive an email. At least we receive an email. It hasn't been sorted out, but at least somebody noticed us. We need to notice someone. Did someone notice you? We need to notice someone. And I was so delighted, whether I didn't get to be a counselor or not, I enjoyed something that at least I helped some people and I encouraged some people. And I also told them, you can also be a counselor. Why don't you join the Labour Party? While I'm doing that, I'm also canvassing. I'm also encouraging people to be a politician. So your presence, your action, your words are powerful. Don't say no. Some people might say, oh, because I don't have the finance, I don't have the money to give that person. You might not have the physical cash, but you might have some great words. You might have the pushing words that can make someone to get to that level where they want to get to in life. So I want to look at examples. So let's think for a moment about some of the women in history who have had a positive influence. Because I've said my mother, so I'll say mothers in the house. Mothers, even encouraging our children, we've influenced them. We're doing very well. So women like Marie Curie, who changed the face of science and medicine through a groundbreaking work with radioactivity. Let's think of Maya Angelou, whose words still echo in our hearts to today. A poet. She wrote so many poems. Her advocacy for justice. She fought on racism, just like Martin Luther, but we're talking about women today. She wrote so many books. She died 2014, if I remember. She died 2014 somewhere in May. But she fought. She wants women to be in certain position, and she did a lot. So some people fought for the racism. For me to be sitting here today, for me to be one of the course leader where I work as a lecturer, someone fought that seat for me. So if we are sitting there and not fighting for ourselves, we're not talking about physical fight. We're talking about words of encouragement. We're talking about how to support people. That's fighting. Maybe I today will not be where I am today, or what I do, I will not be able to do that. So our poems, advocacy, justice, resilience in the face of adversity. All of these things continue to inspire countless people. So closer to home, think about the women again in your life. Even the men that are yet, think about the women in your life, if you're married or if you're about to be married. Perhaps your mother, my mother, grandmother, like I said before, or a mentor. I would say Sister Vicky, the person that spoke first, she's one of my mentors. Reverend Joyce, she's one of my mentors. They're one of my mentors. I see what they do, I follow their step. And I'm sure if I go to them and I'm struggling with something, they wouldn't give me a negative advice. They will actually sit next to me and say, you know what, do this, do that, do this, try that. There are lots of women out there that are actually my mentor. And people also come in their own mentor. Amazing. We have to be a mentor. Whose love and strength and wisdom have shaped me today and shape you today. So these women not on the cover of magazines, or when we talk about these women, I'm not in front of any magazine. I don't know about Reverend, just might be in magazines. I know Sister Vicky has been. We went to Nigeria. We were on Arise TV News. People were interviewing us. Sister Vicky, she's still there. We met commissioners. She has met Sonwolu's brother. Sister Vicky is one person that her networking is. You can't beat it. I remember when we went to Nigeria when my daughter became Miss Ebony 2023-2024. And is it 2022-2023? Sorry, 2022-2023. And we wanted Savik wanted us to meet the commissioner for youth something. And this man was going out. Sister Vicky stopped the car and said, until when I speak to you. She's a woman of power. I wouldn't have done that. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that. That's to the extreme. So that's why I said she's my mentor. She will ensure that person speaks to us. And everything we went for when we went to Nigeria 2023 was successful because of women like that. She's good. She's great with networking. Thank you so much. She's very good. She is very good. I'll tell us that we can need to meet someone. Said, okay, this is what we do. So I have a mentor there. And this is what we're talking about. Positive influence. This is what we want to talk about. But the influence is immeasurable. Sister Vicky might not be on BBC today, but our influence is immeasurable. Reverend Joyce, our influence, this one Reverend Joyce is even doing is influence. Because some of us today should be taking each other's number and support each other in anything you want to do. If you have a business, we should be supporting each other. I tell my kids, when women sell things, and they say, I've just started my own business, I'm telling you the truth, and I'm being honest, nothing but the truth. I don't need what they're selling, but I will buy it. I'll purchase it. Why? Because I want to support women. I call it women supporting women, women empowering women. And my kids will keep telling me, Mom, you have that. Said, yeah, it doesn't matter. I need to support my women. I buy so many things. I can tell you, I want this, I want that, I want that. I don't need them, but just to support and to encourage them, I will purchase it. Whether I want it or not, then I'll give it to somebody else to have it. But at least I've done my own part. Have you done your own part? That is the question. So it is immeasurable. We cannot even measure it. We know people that they're known on the paper, in front of magazines. That might be measurable, but we've done so many things that's immeasurable. And I'm happy that Sister Reverend Joyce actually did something great tonight. I'm really happy. I said I have to attend this no matter what. So these women now exemplify what it means to be a woman of positive influence. Someone who leads by an example, who uses her voice to advocate. Thank God the kind of job I do is to solicit for my students for what is right and who creates opportunities for others to succeed. If you are a woman, and no offense to anyone here, if you are a woman and not pushing, not advocating, not soliciting for others to succeed, you need to check yourself. Like I said, no offense. You have to check yourself. Because we as women have to support women. We have to support the girls. We have to support the ladies. We shouldn't put anyone down. We shouldn't be doing that. That is our job as mentors. Now, let's look at the importance of women in leadership. Why women's positive influence is evident in many areas of our life. Most significant women in play. Most significant areas where it is needed is leadership. So we need women in the leadership. We know nowadays we started having women in the leadership, aren't we? We have women in parties like Labour, Conservative, Liberal. We have women. If you go to your work, there are women that are head of college, principal, directors, having businesses everywhere. So years and years ago, even a woman cannot vote, even in a developed country. Years ago, but they fought. The women came together and fought for themselves. And now people can vote. Remember, if you don't fight, we will not be able to support our children that are coming. Because remember, somebody fought for you to be sitting down today. Martin Luther said, there will be a day when the white and the black will dine together. We are now dining together. That's why we can have the first person, Obama, to be the president of America. It wouldn't have been possible if those people did not fight. So I want to encourage women today. Please be leaders, because women's leaders bring a unique perspective to the table, often combining empathy with strength, innovation, with practicality and collaboration, with independence. That's what we are, and that's what we're going to do. So women make leadership in roles many still face. I said that already. Obstacles. There's gender biases. When I went to Nigeria, I spoke in different places. I was a guest speaker in 3 different places. And as one of you was, I spoke about GBV, gender bias violence. I was the main guest speaker. And another place where I went on the radio, I was on the TV speaking about, how women support single parents in Nigeria. I started giving grants. Since last year, I started giving women grants in Nigeria. It's not a big grant, so please do not get me wrong. I don't have that money. I'm also, coming up. I give grants about 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, up to 250,000 naira, depending on your business. And to God be the glory. I don't know how I got that money, but I know I've started. And one of my project manager called me and said, we have to make payments on money because 20 women called already. I said, by Monday, you should have the money in your account. But the minimum we give is 25, up to 250,000. And this, I'm focusing on single women, on widows. And the widower came to me and said, why is it only women? I said, okay, if you're a widower, a man, but we know that your case is really critical, we can also support. So I put some men, I included some men as well. But I've seen lots of women with 4 children, 5 children. People put their children at home and lock the door because they cannot send them to school. We're not even talking about private school. We're talking about public school. Public school that pay 20,000 a year, 10,000 a year. They cannot afford to pay 30,000. So I told my project manager, I want 20 children, 20 people in primary and secondary school, 20 to 30 that I can send to school. And please, I said, if you're going to private school, don't make it expensive private school. It has to be a very, very reasonable private school or public school. So mostly I focus on public school because I'm not going to sit here and try to say I'm showing off. I do mostly public school where I know I can afford because I use my salary as I put my my tithe. As soon as I get my salary, I pay my tithe, and I pay another tithe for helping people. So I pay 20%, 10% for helping people, 10% for my church. That's what I do. And if I don't have any money left, I go to people like Reverend Joyce to eat. Says, I make you eat food.
Yeah, always
And I
welcome.
You never say no to me. So what is your legacy? Let's go quickly because I don't know how many minutes I've got left. So these women are showing us that leadership doesn't have to look one specific way. It's not about fitting the mold, but about embracing who you are and using your unique strength. Use your strength to guide others. Please, if you have the strength, please guide others. Sometimes, especially the African women, we're doing something, we don't want anyone to know what we're doing, we're keeping it ourselves. It's fair, that's fair enough. You don't have to tell us your 100%, at least tell us 10%, 20% of what you're doing, how to support. There's so many ways that you see other color, that they help each other, they bring each other up. They support people and they bring them up, they put them in the position. You'll be surprised that even at work, some people don't even have your qualification, what you have, and in a higher post than you. You'll be thinking, why? Because they've supported them. They have. So please use your unique strength to help others, to bring them up, and God will help you, in everything. So the role of a mentorship, let me quickly go to I'm trying to hurry up. The role of mentorship and support, because I've got my bulletin point so that I don't forget what I want to say. One of the greatest ways women can create positive lives is through mentorship. Let us mentor each other. Please, if you don't have a mentor, try and get a mentor. I've got lots of men that mentor me. Even in my workplace, whether white, whether black, I have mentors that mentor me. If I'm going wrong, if I'm going astray, I go to them. This is the problem, and they will speak to me. And I've also got mentoring, and thank God I'm doing another course now. I'm doing my second master again. I'm writing another master again, and my research is about something I'm not going to say it now. But because part of my master is I have to mentor someone. So I have mentees that I'm mentoring as well. But in that, not as a woman, but in that area of my research. So mentor someone, be a mentor. So when women help other women rise, we create a powerful circle of positive change. So when you help other women, so we become powerful. There'll be a circle. Then you see women rising, women rising, women rising. Then we get to that higher level in life. Whether it's offering guidance in the workplace, supporting a friend during a difficult time, or sharing knowledge and experience to help someone grow. Share knowledge. If you know how another woman can grow, even when they do business and the business is not growing, share knowledge together. Don't let us envy each other. Don't let us be jealous of each other. We always say that the men and men always talk to each other. Men will help each other. Women, we should now stand now and start helping each other. So the role of mentorship and support is very, very important. So we have to do it. Experience to help someone grow professionally or personally. Mentorship is a key factor in empowering women. Believe me, when I was doing this second masters, they told me, my professor said, you need a mentor. Without a mentor, there's no life. She actually said that. He said, mentorship is powerful. You might not know. Please take that into consideration. If you don't have one, get a mentor today. And if you can mentor someone, have a mentee. Think about the times when someone took you under the wing, when someone believed in you before you believe in yourself. That is power of mentorship. The ability to pass on knowledge, wisdom, growth, and to provide a network of support. So as women, we must continue to lift each other up. We must not only be the women of positive influence in our own lives, but also seek to be those sources of encouragement, support, guidance for others. So, of course, we want to be influential. We want to be there. But let us also influence someone. And that is what we call positive influence. We have the power to change someone's life simply by being there and offering a helping hand. We're not saying go and bring money from your account and give that person.
Even we can't see you since your screen is covered.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes.
Sorry. Even talking alone and helping hand. When I hear Tesco, when they do the advert, Tesco said every little help. Every little. Tesco didn't say every heavy, every big. He said every little, even if it's stupid that you have, will help someone's life. With £10, you can send a child to school with 10 pounds. Just 10 pounds. When I went to Nigeria, this one I just came back a few days ago, I realized that some people just need 5 pounds to go to a school for one academic year. And we are here eating Chinese of 200 pounds. I don't realize that with 5 pounds, you can actually, so 5 pounds, someone is in 6 years, GSS1 to GSS3, maximum of maybe 90 pounds for the whole, or maybe 200 pounds for the whole 6 years in their life, that you've supported a child girl to go to school. So it doesn't have to be heavy. A little is good enough to help someone. So another one, my bulletin point again, is the strength in resilience. The strength. So another critical component of being a woman of positive influence is resilience. Life is full of challenges as women. There is challenges, believe me. You're a woman, you cannot do this. You're a woman, you cannot do that. You're a woman, you cannot do this. You're a woman, even in the house, you have to go to work, come back home, cook for your kids, cook for your husband. Sister Vicky was saying that she has to put things in place, organize things. Women are organizers. Thank God that God said, He created Adam, said, and God think. Listen, He said, God think. That man need a woman. Thank you for creating a woman. We're very powerful. We often face unique audios that require incredible strength to overcome, whether it's balancing family and career, navigating societal expectations, or confronting systematic inequalities. The journey can be tough. Inequalities is there. Women cannot do this, even in salaries, in so many things. We've been put down. But because we keep fighting, resilience, the ability to perceive in the face of adversity, is where women truly shine. Ability to adapt, learn, and grow stronger from life challenges is one of the most powerful forms of influence we can possess. So every setback becomes an opportunity for a woman. So every setback in a woman's life, it becomes an opportunity for you to grow. Every challenge, a chance to prove our strength. So when you're going through challenges, you are meant to prove your strength. Challenges of even you have a business and you're not motivated. Self-motivate yourself. I always encourage myself. 2 days ago, I was so down. I was driving and I was so down. And my brother-in-law sitting next to me said, "What is that?" I said, "I'm so down. I've opened this business in Nigeria. I'm doing one in London. I'm a lecturer. I'm here, but money is not flowing in." He said to me, "Don't worry, you're trying your best." And I said to myself, "You know what, Christiana, let go, Jerry. You are trying your best. And you're a woman." And I said, "How am I a woman?" I started saying, "I did this within 2 years. Within 2 years, I can tell you this is what I did." So I use those things that I've done to actually encourage myself. And you know what? I started when I said, and I pat myself, "Well done, Christiana. You're doing very well. Keep up and keep believing in God. And God will strengthen me to do more and more and more." So making a lasting impact, a woman of positive influence doesn't just make a difference today. She creates a lasting legacy. So it's not just one legacy, it's a lasting that even when I go to heaven, my legacy should forever be remembered. So this influence is not about, it's not about fame. It's not about fame or fortune. It's not about fame or fortune, touch, but it's about to touch and the positive changes you bring about. So some people want influence, because I want to be famous. Yes, fair enough. Who doesn't like to be famous? I want to be famous, but be about to change someone's life. Through that changes, believe me, that fame will definitely come one day. It's about the kindness, the encouragement, and impact that lasts longer after you've walked away. Whether you walk away, maybe we go to heaven, or whether even you walk away anywhere, you go to another place, another country, is the long-lasting thing that you've left. So it is important to remember that even small acts of kindness, small, I keep saying small. I'm not saying big. Small is good enough. Yeah? Small kindness can have a lasting ripple effect in someone's life. Even talking to someone can can be effective to someone's life. A word of encouragement, a moment of understanding, or a simple act of support can make all the difference in someone's life. So as women, we have the power to make small, meaningful impacts every single day. And as we continue to make our mark, we must remind ourselves that the true measure of our influence isn't the titles we hold or the accolades we receive, is in the lives we touch. Which life have you touched? If there's a woman here that haven't touched someone's life, please begin to do that now. It's never too late. That was the first book I wrote. I wrote a book, It's Never Too Late. Begin to touch someone's life. If someone needs your help, speak to them, be a good listener. I'm doing another episode called the LCR, which is the acronyms, but I'll be doing an episode, up to 6 episodes on that. Try and touch someone's life. Inspire people. Encourage people. Do something for someone. Yeah? And lastly, so let me by concluding, because I've been speaking, I know Reverend Joyce told me 20 minutes, I'm on 37 minutes because I timed myself. In conclusion, a woman of positive influence is someone who uses her strength. The most that you use all your strength, your resilience, and compassion to inspire others. So, what I want you to take home today, in my summary, in my conclusion, in the conclusion of what I've said today, is strength, resilience, and compassion to inspire others. Please, I know that everyone on this platform are actually doing it. But in case you're not doing it, please, I encourage you today, please do it. And if you're doing it, we can do a little bit more to create change and to have a legacy that positively impacts the world. So, as a woman, we live by an example to support those around us. And we constantly remind ourselves, even in the face of adversity, we can rise above and make a difference. We face a lot, challenges. I'm sitting here talking to you. If I have to start my story today, the challenges I faced the last 2 years, when there was a day people were talking to me at work and they were saying their own challenges, and I refused to talk. But a lady now said, Christiana, you're always smiling. Every time you come to work, you never squeeze your face. So I said to her, I said, can you please sit down? It was lunchtime. I said, can I just tell you a pinch of my story? A little. I only said a sentence. There was tears. And I said, why are you crying? He said, but you smile every morning, you smile every afternoon. I check your status, you're always dancing, you're always dancing. One day I said, does this woman ever have any problem? I said, let me tell you the truth. We're in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. The storm is different. The wind is blowing. Your might blow to the north, mine might blow to the south, to the west, to the east. But we are all in the same boat. We all have problem, but the problem is just different. So when I now said, let me even give you more of my story, she said, I don't want to hear anymore. By the time I got to the half of the page, she said, that's enough. She said something. She said, I would have committed suicide. Then I smiled and I said, suicide. I ain't committing no suicide. I'm going to encourage myself. Self-motivation is very important. And I have people that are great that mentor me. So as we move forward from today's conference, I encourage each of you to please, like I said, as a lecturer, we reflect. Do a reflection on your own influence. Ask yourself how you can use your unique position, your voice, your actions to create positive change to someone, even to yourself. Remember, every small act counts. Every small. I never said big, small. Every word of encouragement has the potential to ignite and spark in someone else. We are all capable of being women of positive influence. And together we can continue to shape a world where kindness, strength, and support are guiding principles. And now we'll end my speech here. Thank you very much. And thank you again for giving me the opportunity and the privilege to speak tonight. If there are any questions, if there are any contribution, I'm willing to take the questions. The floor is open. Thank you so much.
Wow, amazing teaching. Thank you. It's a wonderful teaching. Wow, so many points. So, as she said, our speaker has spoken. The floor is open. Please, any question for our guest? Please, any question? Is there a question? Say thank you. Answer. Wow, positive feedback on the comment section. Thank you so much for this wonderful and amazing teaching. Please, if you have any question, you can put it in the chat or any contribution. We are here to learn from each other. I know that we have a lot of amazing women in the house. So if you want to make your contribution, please feel free to do so. Princess Christiana have highlighted a lot of points, so many points for us, and it just shows that you know what, you are part of the She Conference. You're part of the vision, honestly, because the points you've highlighted is actually what She Conference is all about. It is what She Conference is all about. Okay, Her Excellency Elizabeth Ozua, please, here, you can go ahead, ma.
I actually really don't have anything to say. I just want to commend Princess Christiana. Thank you so much for being a trailblazer. Thank you for your confidence. Thank you for your foresight. I just really enjoyed listening to you. Your words are really very encouraging. And as the Reverend said, it is really what this community is all about. I love the way you structured your speech, especially peppering it with a lot of practical examples of people who we know and what you have experienced yourself. This is priceless. And as you rightly said, if we keep on encouraging each other, guess what will happen? We'll have a ripple and a big community of those of us who are doing very well. And as you encourage people, you encourage yourself. And as you motivate people, you motivate yourself. I love the fact that you really emphasize the importance of having a mentor. And as you're being mentored, mentoring people. I think that's what this community is all about. And that's why I'm truly a part of this community and feel very comfortable here and with all the people there. My mantra in life is help enough people get what they want and you get what you want. All I'm just saying is thank you for all the amazing work you're doing, both here in the UK as well as in Nigeria. And thank you, Pastor Joyce, Reverend Joyce, for making today possible. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
much,
Thank you,
Queen
ma'am.
Elizabeth. Thank you. Yeah, Lady Catherine, please.
Yes. Oh, this is so awesome. Thank you for putting this together, Reverend Joyce. And then thank you so much, Councillor Christiana. You were so inspiring, very selfish, very unselfish in your approach, you know.
I'm not yet a councillor. I still got lost.
Yes.
I'm going next year again, by God's grace.
So we wish you God's blessing, and then we'll be able to support you. Yes, because it's you're already doing the work, you know, and just having that title, we just kind of seal it up. So thank you so much for your unselfish attitude to carry on to support other women, because women supporting women is so crucial and is so important.
Very, very
because
important.
we need one another's backing. You know, the word out there is so fierce to women. I work within the mental health, and I'm a coach as well. In my line of work, I see a lot of women who are so deprived. I see a lot of women going through domestic violence, and it's just break my heart. But anytime they come to my clinic, the way I speak to them, the way I encourage them, they feel so happy. You know, it's like a woman coming with a big load, and by the time she's leaving, she's so relieved. You know, and I count it as a privilege, as a blessing to be able to empower these women that look, you might have lost things in life, but you can bounce back, you know, encouraging one another, because individual of us, like the first speaker, my dear friend, Victoria, you know, she's the one that put it on Facebook, and I know her so much. I said, oh, let me come into this, webinar, you know. So, you know, it's all about supporting one another, you know. And like Mrs. Elizabeth said, she said that empowering women is what she does. So each one of us here today, I know we've been empowered, we've been encouraged, because we are all gifted in one way or the other, you know, to be able to empower our community. And there's a lot of work to be done. But if God is laying something in our heart and we're able to do it, no matter what, even if it's 2 or 3, you are empowering somebody. And the light you shine in the life of someone will go, the other person will shine in across. So thank you so much for what you're doing. And I pray God will grant you your heart desire according to his will and his purpose in Jesus' name. Thank you so much.
Amen. Thank you so much, Lady Catherine, for joining us. I appreciate your contribution. That is amazing. And I want to thank everyone. We've taken enough time for today. Tomorrow is actually going to be more loaded. And today already blew my mind. And I'm really, really amazed of the success of today. And I want to appreciate every single person that is here tonight. Thank you all so much for connecting. I want to appreciate our two speakers for today, Sister Victoria and Princess Christiana. You both did an amazing teaching today. Thank you so much. You are highly appreciated. And I want to appreciate Queen Elizabeth, Her Excellency, for joining us today. Even though that tomorrow we are expecting her, but she take time out to join us today. And we really appreciate you, man. Thank you, everybody. Rosa Education, thank you. Sister, our celebrity, we have a lot of our celebrities in the house. She conference celebrities are in the house, but you will meet them tomorrow. So we are officially going to announce them tomorrow. You will meet them. And then some of you is going to become part of She Conference celebrities. We have what is She Conference celebrities. And you will get more information about that tomorrow. And Princess, how can I forget your name again? Princess Christiana, you have a surprise tomorrow. You must join us. Yes, yes. I know you are not aware of the surprise, but I wasn't going to mention it, but I have to mention it. Why? Because I've seen that it wasn't a mistake. So we also have what is She Conference Award, which is going to happen tomorrow. And we have also we have Impact Plus magazine, which will be launched tomorrow as well. So you can see that there's a lot pipe up tomorrow. You will also be having the opportunity to meet our She Conference ambassador for 2025. So I don't want to let the cat out at the moment. So we're going to leave that for tomorrow. So please invite more people to join us tomorrow, and so that we can make more impact. I just love the spirit in the house tonight because there is that sense of unity, oneness, the sense of supportive, team for one another as women. If we have more of this in our community, that is really, really an amazing thing, because the whole uh, point for the She Conference, or the aim for the She Conference, is to, empower and strengthen women in our community, and to celebrate women like yourself who are doing an amazing things and making impact and influencing other people's life and making changes. Honestly, it is amazing. If we continue the way we are going, our society, especially for women, there will be a change. Like Lady Catherine mentioned, when you walk among women, you will see certain things that just little kindness can change a whole lot. And word of encouragement and all of that. So, without taking any more of your time, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone here tonight. Nobody is taken for granted. You all made the event a success today. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. You are all appreciated. Please, like I said, invite more women to join us tomorrow. Men are welcome as well. Somebody rang me earlier and said, Reverend Joyce, is men allowed to log in? Men can come and support the women, okay? So thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. We are back again tomorrow at 6 p.m. There is a lot, as I said already, I don't want to repeat myself. There is a lot that is in the pipeline tomorrow. You will be meeting our She Conference 2025 ambassador. Every year we have an ambassador for She Conference, and we have She Conference celebrities. You will meet them all tomorrow, and we will also launch our Impact Plus magazine for the 5th edition for 2025. So thank you all so much. I'm going to let you all go enjoy your evening, enjoy your cup of tea. You have made an impact tonight. By attending this event, you have made an impact in somebody's life tonight. I want you to see it like that. You have impacted somebody tonight. You may not have been the speaker, but you have impacted somebody. We have our 20, I just noticed her, just to mention, greet her quickly. Apostle Kemi, our 2023 She Conference ambassador. You are welcome, Apostle Kemi. Thank you for joining us. So like I said earlier, you will officially meet our She Conference celebrity tomorrow. And you will be also meeting our ambassador for 2025. I don't want to let the cat out at the moment. So thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You are all appreciated. Thank you all so much. Thank you, everyone. So the event has now come to a close for today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I don't want to go name by name. I appreciate you all. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all our speaker tonight. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.